this Will Smith story, there is an update. Now, the Academy has said that they are going to do an investigation into this and that Will Smith could face suspension, expulsion, or other sanctions that are permitted. I don't know exactly what those are. But I would imagine, Rob, that a suspension would, however, let's say it's 2 years. My guess would be that within those 2 years, whatever movies he acted in or whatever, he would not be eligible for the Oscar or those awards.
It's a club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an organization that you belong to.
Right. So I think that would be the meat of the suspension. I don't think it wouldn't keep him from being in, movies and things like that.
No. You could be right.
Yeah, but other news is that they reported that the Academy did ask Will Smith to leave. Now, I don't know how they did it because, I don't know if somebody went up there, and asked him, or I don't know how else they would get the news to him. Maybe after he won he went up there and spoke. Did they ask him I don't know. But the report came out that they did ask him and he refused.
But that's what I didn't understand. Where was security guarding the stage? Okay, first of all, and I get it. It's Will Smith. Well,
you rarely have that.
No, but you need security, Chris. You still need,
because we've seen people go up there before it. Kanye West went up there.
But you need to have security. And number two, I thought that he should have been escorted out. I was shocked that they didn't say you need to leave because of what you did.
It was odd because it was like they just kept it moving. You know what I mean? Like, he was still there, and then he gets the award, and he goes up, and he gives a speech, and it really, no matter how you felt about it, it made it look almost like they thought it wasn't a big deal. And they did, because apparently they asked him to leave. But you know what I mean? Like, the fact that he was able to just go back there and sit down.
I get it. It's a live show, Chris.
Right.
You gotta be
careful.
This doesn't happen. There's a live show going on. This thing happens. You got to be able to get somebody, in place to speak to him. And then,
you're not dragging him out.
Exactly. We're not doing a Charles Oakley, okay? What the Knicks did to Charles Oakley, and James Dolan, the owner, had him thrown out of Madison Square Garden physically by 4 or 5 security guards, which was terrible. What a bad look it was for the Knicks, right, Chris? Terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't want to have a repeat of that. Now, if you ask him to leave and he refuses, you're not going to get into an altercation and drag the guy out. He's one of the big stars in Hollywood. That would be even uglier if 5 security guards dragged out Will and Jada. That would have been
my guess, Rob, is that during the commercial break, they went and asked him, and he refused. And like you said, they didn't want to, even though the cameras might not have been on.
Right.
They didn't want to drag him out, which I think it was the right move. And, they'll handle what I think, Rob. I think he should get a suspension, a 1 or 2 year suspension. And like we said, I don't think that should include him not being able to work. If some movies want him and he wants to be in them, that's fine. Right.
That would be
I do think a suspension is in order because it's just, you can't, like we talk about it all the time. One of the reasons for discipline is as a deterrent. And if you don't do anything, other people can think, shoot, not that a lot of people would do something, would go up on stage, but it just lets people know, look, if you do this, there will be consequences.
They're right.
And so that's
consequences
what I think.
To your
I don't
actions.
think expulsion. I think that would be way too harsh. I would be against that.
I don't know what the precedent is, what they've done in the past to other people, Chris. I'd have to do my research to see what it takes for somebody to be to be kicked out of the academy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't speak on it. Definitely a suspension. I would need to see what's happened before with other actors and what happened to them, because I'm sure there must have been somebody else. I don't know if there's – yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I don't know who's done something, at least at the award show,
that would be as bad as what Will did,
right?
But like I said, I would be against expulsion. This is one of the top actors of this generation, and whether it's NBA, NFL, MLB, sometimes guys that are great at what they do, they get, he's going to get punished. Hopefully he should, but I would be against expulsion. But other news around this, Rob, the legendary Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who is, writes tons of articles that are published in various publications
this
about
column was pretty
common
good.
day
I've read
events.
it. Yeah.
And he's written a number of books, mostly about Black history. He wrote an article entitled "Will Smith Did a Bad, Bad Thing." And I spoke about it today on First Things First with Skip and Shannon. I'll give you a quick one sentence synopsis of it. It's in his article. It says, with a single petulant blow, Smith advocated violence, diminished women, insulted the entertainment industry, and perpetuated stereotypes about the Black community. So, Rob, what did you think? You said you liked it. Tell us why and what you thought of the article.
I just thought he touched on a lot of stuff. He talked about the impact it has for other people to see that and think that's the way you handle things when things don't go your way, that you use violence and you're a physical altercation. And when he says bad, people trying to justify that behavior is bad. And that's what's bad about it when he says he did a bad, bad thing. You can be upset. You can check him in a lot of different ways. They could have walked out in protest. Him and Jada could have walked out right then and there at the stage. They could have talked to him at the commercial break and gave him a mouthful, an earful, and told him, like they didn't appreciate that. And maybe you don't know that she has alopecia or whatever it is. There's a lot of ways to do it. I just thought it was a thorough piece. I enjoyed it. I thought it was well written, and there was a lot of stuff that he included in there that I agreed with. It just was a bad scene for a lot of ways. And I know he did talk about, I'm trying to remember because, I read it this morning. I think, do you remember, Chris, did you read it or you didn't get to read the whole thing?
Yeah, I read it. Yeah, I read it. And talked about it on
I just
TV.
didn't remember if you read the whole thing, but I don't remember. Go ahead.
I
did. I thought it was well written. I did.
I didn't think it was all that. And I didn't think it was very thorough. I agreed that Will Smith was wrong, obviously. Should never have put his hands on Chris Rock. And I agree with Kareem's assertion that Chris Rock handled himself with great dignity. And thankfully, because had he swung back on Will or something like that, who knows? We talked about it before. Who knows what could have happened? That's the extent of what I agree with from Kareem. I don't think Will Smith diminished women at all. Kareem kind of implied that, to step to the defense of his wife, who had been, criticized verbally, would diminish his wife. That's ridiculous. He said, like, it showed he didn't think his wife could protect herself from a verbal assault. I don't only protect my wife from physical violence. If I'm sitting at the dinner table with another couple and the dude insults my wife verbally, just verbally, I'm going to say something to him. And he don't have, because Kareem was almost like, if they don't do it violently, then, let the woman to defend her is implying she can't defend herself. It wouldn't be that my wife can't defend herself verbally. It would be that me as the man, as her husband, I'm not letting somebody talk to my wife like that. And if my wife stepped in, hey, I got it, honey, don't let it go, I got it, then okay, I'll step back. But I'm going to step there. And I think all the women that I've talked to about this, including my wife, who is a medical doctor, raised by a single mother, strong Black woman, strong woman, period. She wants a man, and so do my daughters, that's going to defend her honor. Now, obviously, all the women I've talked to, I all believe he went way too far, that he was wrong to swing on Chris Rock. But they also felt I do like he went too far, but I like that he was there to defend the honor of his wife. And,
but
and
there's a way
I
of
agree
defending-
with that. Right.
there's a way
Well,
of-
Rob,
there's a
I
way-
just said, they said he
Right.
went too far. So I'm not saying anybody said he was right, but still the notion, Kareem painted it like, oh, that's paternalism. No, that's protecting your wife.
Well,
and
but
I
maybe
believe
the
that's
women that he's
that's part of a
talked to,
man's job.
Maybe the women that he's talked to.
Well, he didn't say that, so I'm just going from there. I'm not implying anything. I'm not guessing. Okay. I'm telling you what he wrote, and I'm telling you who I've talked to.
I've talked to some women who think it's way out of bounds, that it was totally unnecessary.
That what he did. But what about a man defending their honor? Forget the manner, because we all agree that was wrong.
Yeah. But that's what the problem was. That is you're saying, oh, just take away the physical part and talk about, I don't know, how can you take away the problem was the physicality of it, Chris. You can't take that from the equation.
That was right.
No, but you keep saying but oh no, no, it was wrong for him to be physical, but it's okay to stand up for our honor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But no one's arguing that a man taking up for a woman.
Kareem is arguing that. Kareem is saying his wife was verbally criticized, not physically. Yes, so he didn't even need to defend her honor. That's what Kareem wrote.
Not in that manner is what he's talking about. Chris.
He didn't. You couldn't even remember what he said. Kareem didn't say that. He didn't say in that manner. He said it was paternalistic.
No, but I'm trying to say to you is the physical part is what
Rob,
the rub is.
I'm not arguing the physical part. I've said from time and time again, if he was going to go up there, take the mic and say something praiseworthy about your woman who was just criticized publicly in front of millions of people watching on TV. I don't have a problem with a man stepping in that way. He could have done it differently. That's what I'm saying. And I've heard a number of women come out and say they like that he protected them. Now, let me go on, because you thought it was a thorough article. I actually think if anybody diminished women, it was Kareem. When he said that he said that Will Smith diminished women, Kareem diminished black women. And how in the world could it be a thorough article when he did not write one word about the trauma that black women deal with because of their hair texture in a society that has a beauty standard? Now let me finish. In a society that has a beauty standard that is the exact opposite of natural black women, skin color and hair texture. And Jada Pinkett has spoken about the trauma she went through to decide, do I even want to cut my hair like this? It took her years. And Will Smith saw that up close. And that may have played a role in, because a lot of women said to me, this black man, Chris Rock, who made a movie called Good Hair about this exact topic, is sitting there publicly, criticizing a black woman because of her hair.
Okay,
joking about it because let me finish when I'm done. Criticizing her because of her hair. For Kareem Abdul-Jabbar not to even address that shows either he's ignorant of what black women go through in that regard, and I doubt that's the case, or he just don't care. He disregarded it because he don't care about their feelings. Okay. And that ain't thorough, and it ain't right. Because that's a huge part of this story for black women.
That's where it's not, Chris. And this is where you've decided to make up a story about black women's hair when this was a direct.
So
Hold on. It was a direct correlation.
Nobody else has said that.
It was a direct It was a direct correlation of he's at the Oscars talking about the theme is movies. He sees her there with short hair, and he brings up Demi Moore, who from G.I. Jane. It wasn't like he just threw out, oh, look at your bald head, or look how crazy you look because your head's bald. This was connected to a movie the Oscars, Demi Moore, what she looked like in that movie, and he was trying to make a joke. Whether you agree with it or not is fine, but to say that this was something deeper and he was ripping black women because they have short hair or making a joke because that, Chris, is not true.
How can you say that?
Because
black women have written articles saying it's true.
No, and because it works with where Chris Rock was going and the stage that he was on.
Why have black women
movies? Movies and Demi Moore?
Why have black women written articles addressing this topic,
Chris,
saying
I'm
that?
Talking
hold on, no,
about
I'm
this
asking
situation.
I'm asking you, Rob. Why have black women written articles addressing this situation? And bringing up the hell. Let me finish. Bringing up, because you said I was wrong. You don't know that. I live with black women.
Oh, and I've never lived with a black woman.
No, but you don't
I've never
now.
lived with a black woman. That doesn't mean that I don't know them. I have sisters.
Have
what
you talked to them about? You've never seen. So do black women deal with trauma about their hair?
But Chris,
every time you see a black woman with natural hair, Rob, be it dreadlocks, particularly if it's a small afro or closely shaved hair, you know as well as I do that in almost all cases that woman had to think long and hard before she decided, I'm actually going to do this and wear my hair like this because I risk getting ridiculed not only from white society, but also black society.
I get that,
and
that
was
a
role that played a part in this. Just because you want to look at it superficially,
I don't believe
then don't criticize.
I don't believe that Chris Rock
That's fine. You don't have to
went
believe
out there, Chris, to chastise her about her short hair. I think he was trying to make a correlation of the movie G.I. Jane, where Demi Moore had her hair cut for the military to be in the military, and that's what he was playing off of. You're digging deeper and trying to make it more than it really is. He's a comedian.
Rob,
I don't believe it has anything to do with that.
You got to stop this about comedians having carte blanche to say whatever the heck they want.
They're comedians. That's his job. That's his job.
Can comedians say anything?
Yes, they can.
Really? Yeah. Can the white comedian go out there and
say whatever they want, and they also can get pushback? Yes, they can if they want to. Yes, they can.
I bet they get more than pushback.
You can say,
I'm saying they can't. It is they would be done.
I heard a DJ in Washington, D.C. Say something about the assassination of Martin Luther King. He said it. He didn't keep his job, but he said it. Don't tell me that a comedian can't say whatever they want.
He didn't keep his job.
That means that they can have ramifications.
That's what I'm talking about, Rob. Of course, anybody can say what they want, but there's ramifications. I meant without ramifications.
Of course he could.
Are you going to let me speak, or you just out of control? I said, I meant you. Of course, anybody can say whatever the heck they want. But there are ramifications. That's what I meant. And Chris Rock could say it, but there was ramifications. And as far as the black women's hair, my point was why Jada was so offended. That's a part of why she was so hurt. And that is a part, probably what Will Smith was seeing. I think there's a lot of other issues with Will Smith.
That's why Will Smith led him to do this. Joke
but I'm saying,
he laughed. He was so hurt about her hair. He laughed at the damn joke. What I'm saying, Chris, is that. Oh, okay, I'll address it. And don't interrupt me when I address it. I think Will Smith, I don't know, because who knows what's in his mind. My perception was that he laughed along with the crowd. Because when you're in situations, you're at a comedy show, a lot of times people are just laughing to laugh. Stuff might not even be that funny, but people are just laughing. And then he saw his wife, or maybe he realized it, and then he changed his tune. Now, again, I'm not justifying what he did. What I'm trying to tell you is he saw the trauma that his wife was going through in the decision to wear her hair like that. And that is a trauma that a lot of black women deal with. That is my point. I don't think Chris Rock purposely tried to hurt her, but I think that was a part of why she was hurt. That is my point.